A few days ago, news dropped that Stellar Blade just broke some records, and we're not talking small ones, guys, but historical ones, ones that are actually pretty fucking impressive. It's officially the best selling PlayStation exclusive PC launch ever. Yeah, it beat Ghost of Tsushima, it beat Spider Man, it beat God of War, and that announcement instantly kicked off a whole wave of people insisting that this success isn't real or that the only reason it sold is because the main character is attractive. But the people shouting that, they're missing the actual story here, guys, and honestly, the actual point. Because the real reason Stellar Blade is blowing up is much more simpler than that, guys. It's a great action game in a genre that people have been starving for. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Stellar Blade was never supposed to win, and then it did. When the game first launched on PS5, you remember all the backlash about it. There was a group online that labeled it everything from fan service trash to gooner bait, and they acted like even being interested in this game was morally questionable. The media was spinning some kind of negative narrative around it. All the video game journalists were just trashing it and burying it. Meanwhile, actual players booted it up, saw the combat, the music, the boss design, the world, and realized the game was legitimately good. Not good for a new IP, not good for a double A studio, but just good. It got its flowers and then some, guys. Fast forward to the Steam launch, and we get the biggest surprise of all, guys. We're talking 192,000 concurrent Steam players at launch, more than double Ghost of Tsushima, highest sound PlayStation PC debut in history, folks. Shift Up even released a chart breaking down these impressive numbers, and Stellar Blade wasn't just ahead, it was in another league entirely. That alone would have been impressive, but then came the second bombshell here, guys. We have a sequel officially happening. Yeah, Stellar Blade 2 is officially happening, and we're not talking just a sequel. Shift Up wants to build an entire universe around the franchise. This is the opposite of what people predicted. A lot of players assumed that Stellar Blade would be a one-off and it would sell okay, get drowned in this whole online discourse about gooner bait and all this, and then it would just be the end of it. Well, instead, it broke records and it got greenlit for more games. An entire universe built in this franchise. And that's why the meltdowns started again, guys. Once the sales numbers dropped, social media instantly kicked into denial mode. And that's my favorite, to see all of the media and the shills and all the weirdos try to like spin it and try to deny it. People started posting things like, nobody actually plays it unless they're making memes. It's gooner slop. Why don't you just jerk off to your material? Real gamers don't talk about this game. But anyone who actually plays games can tell you the truth. Gamers are posting gameplay constantly about this game. Not screenshots, not memes, but actual gameplay. You see people achieving these awesome combos. You see people fighting boss fights, soundtrack clips. You have builds, tips, new game plus, everything. Like, this game is actually really critically acclaimed. And what's wild about it, and I said this in a previous video, it's a single player game. There's no online multiplayer. There's no multiplayer in any form or fashion. This is a single player campaign. So the fact that it's breaking records this bigly is hugely. Now, most of the people complaining, they don't even follow the community. They don't see the clips or the appreciation posts because they're not looking for it. They only pay attention to what fits the narrative that they already want to push. And it's been that way with this game because Eve, the protagonist, she's too sexual. She's too attractive looking. We can't have that, guys. If someone looks at Stellar Blade and only sees slop, right? Slop, that's not a reflection of the game. It's a reflection of what they choose to focus on. And they have no fucking clue. They couldn't see the forest through the trees because this game did great. Meanwhile, the fan base, while these people are crying, the fan base is just growing. It's growing and growing. People are sharing their experiences, saying it's one of the only modern games that they've actually enjoyed. We can't have that, right? We have to have Dustborn and Concord and Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws be the games that people enjoy. But yeah, a lot of people are saying it's one of the only modern games that they've enjoyed, that Eve is an amazing character with a great design. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think she looks very attractive, and she's fun to play as. The combat is incredible and solid. Music's top tier. Graphics are insane, and that they've replayed it several times, guys. And it makes sense. Stellar Blade isn't just stylish, guys. It's a game with personality and replay value. Even now, with sales reportedly pushing past 4 million copies sold, the excitement hasn't slowed down. This is why the sequel matters. Okay, we got to have this type of IP, a brand new IP, come out swinging. That's not AAA or AA slop. We need to have new franchises come out and change the culture of video game industry and video game development, right? That's why this sequel needs to happen. That's why this universe expansion matters, guys. If they build a whole universe over Stellar Blade, we're going to see some cool stuff. And that's why the outrage to this game never stuck. Okay? Gamers decided for themselves. When gamers step up, they decide for themselves. They play the games. They don't listen to the spin. They don't listen to the shills, the video game journals. And I use that term very loosely. Stuff like this works, right? It just works. I saw the game when it first got announced. I was like, oh, I definitely got to check that out. I got to play it. It looks like something that I'm interested in. And sure, yeah, you know what? Call me a gooner for thinking that Eve is fucking sexy, but hey, it's nice eye candy. That's not the reason why the game's good, though. You can switch that character with any other character, and the gameplay mechanics will stay the same. This game is solid. Now that Stellar Blade is officially a record breaker, the only questions left are for the future, guys. Are we going to have Eve as the main character in the sequel? I hope so. I don't want them to make the Ghost of Tsushima mistake where they took Gen Sakai out. Will the sequel expand the world? Will it reinvent it? Will it be like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom where the world gets a little bit bigger? Will Shift Up stay patient and deliver something polished instead of rushing to cash in? That's the other thing. How soon is this game going to be coming out? I hope they don't rush it. I want them to keep the quality high, because if they keep the quality high, build on what made the first game hit so hard, the next Stellar Blade entry could be one of the biggest action releases of the year whenever it comes out. And honestly, it's refreshing again, like I said, to see a new IP thrive like this instead of getting smothered by online discourse, because people wanted to hold it down. People wanted to prevent this game from being successful. They wanted to just shit on it constantly. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Did Stellar Blade earn its place as the top selling PlayStation PC launch ever, or were you expecting another game to hold the crown? Drop your thoughts below, guys. I'll be checking them out. If you found this video interesting, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Peace out.